Let's get you to Sydney there and racing today from Warwick Farm. Here's the weather and track. Cloudy, 22 degrees, the high southwesterly winds. Track there is a heavy track, and you'll bet on meeting code 11 there today, the running rail in the true position. And we'll link up with Brad Gray very shortly to get his thoughts on racing today out of Sydney there at Warwick Farm. I think Brent's with us. Sorry, we've got Brad there with us now. So, Brad, thanks for joining us here at Punters Lounge Live. Can you just give us an update on how conditions are likely to present at Warwick Farm today?
Yeah, good morning, Aidan. We're currently a heavy 8. We've copped a fair bit of rain during the week, and it's actually a miracle in my eyes that we're playing on a heavy 8. So, I think we'll get through today pretty unscathed as far as any more rain goes. If we do get any more, it'll just be a little shower. So I think punters can confidently play the track, knowing it'll be a heavy 8 and probably a 7 at very best. That's a soft 7, so we're heading for temperatures of 22. So not great drying conditions. So yeah, heavy 8 is probably what we'll be doing our form on. Okay,
Brad, where are you steering our punters to first of all?
Yeah, we're going to start in the middle of the card. This is actually the best bet of the day, race 5, number 7, Montsor Sisu. I think you can look at the form and be a little bit critical on last start there, see this little hiccup in his preparation, but it was in a Group 3 festival stakes. He was a long way out of his grade there, and he was just found out at the finish. He went pretty quick out in front, and I know that the other leaders stuck on a little bit better than him, but they were certainly more seasoned and more proven at that level. So I think we can be very forgiving of that effort. Heavy track, no issue. Earlier in his career, he struck a couple of heavy tracks and skipped through it fine to win on both occasions, 2 from 2. On the wet, his 2 runs prior to that festival stakes run were excellent, over 1,300 metres, and we know exactly where this horse is going to be. He can be out in front, rolling along, which certainly suits at Warwick Farm. And once he establishes the lead, which is key to this horse's chances, there's no speed whatsoever in the race, so he should get every chance stacking them up out in front. So that's Montsor Sisu, that's race 5, number 7.
Okay, yeah, dropping back from the festival last time out, how much of a drop back in grade is this?
Yeah, it's a pretty significant one. So he's back right, probably, it'll be a 10 kilo swing, I'd say, in terms of the grade. He's actually in a 78 here from a Group 3. So you look at his weight there he carried last time, it's a little bit deceptive because they can obviously only get down so far in the weight. So he was a long way out of his grade on that occasion, and he gets in just 3.5 kilos over the minimum in a 78. So really well placed here back in grade. Okay,
yeah, Brad, what else have you found for us for the day? Have you got any other bets on the card?
Yeah, there's a couple of other bets that come up later on the day. It's race 7, number 12, Cattersby. This is another horse that snuck into this race pretty well. He's after the 2 kilo claim of Jenny Duggan, 50 kilos on his back. He's an ex-Godolphin. He's found a home now with Greg McFarlane out at Gosford. Now, he's had a couple of runs for this trainer, and he's gone really well, being in the finish or in the money. He's come 3rd and run 2nd. I think he's knocking on the door. Typically brave on both occasions. We know what we're going to get from this horse. Like Montsor Sisu is another horse that's going to be right up on the bunny, making his own luck. A couple of runs under his belt. I think he should be fit enough. The only query, if there is one, is the wet track. If it gets back into a soft, I think it certainly helps. So fingers crossed we don't get that little speck of rain to keep it in the heavy range, and we do get an upgrade. So I think that'll significantly help his claims. I think he's going to be right there in the money. He's up in grade a touch here, but because of that, he's right down in the weight. So I imagine they'd be pretty keen to use that weight advantage and really rip along out in front, try and pinch on the turn. So I think he's going to give a great sight, and he's around that each way quote if punters want to have a play. That's race 7, number 12. The other one, he's probably one of the most exciting runners on the day, is Capperjack, and that's in race 8. So it was really unusual to see Team Hawks place this horse in a benchmark 78 on its debut. They're notoriously a stable who like to take their time, work through their grade. So for them to throw him in the deep end speaks volumes about this horse. He won there. He was $34 into 17, so obviously there was a bit of opinion around about this bloke. He's actually back in grade here into a 72, up in weights a little bit, but again, another one that gets a claim with Brock Ryan. I think he's a really exciting talent. On that particular day, he ran the fastest last 200-metre sectional of the entire meeting, so that bodes really well for him. I think he's a potential black-type horse in time. So if he gets any luck from the draw, I think he'll be winning this. Has to handle the wet. He hasn't ticked that yet, but there is a little bit of form on his dam side that suggests he'll skip through it fine. So I think you're playing it around that $3.40, $3.50 quote at the moment. And for a horse with as much upside as him, I think that's a good gamble. So that's race 8, number 5.
Excellent. Thanks for that, Brad, and best luck with your investments at Warwick Farm this afternoon. To punters here in New Zealand following in, Brad, best of luck as well.